What's going on, fellas? It's Steeler here, back again with another video, but first I'd like to cover my last video, Fallout 4 running like trash on the PlayStation 4. I had a lot of Sony and Bethesda fanboys riding my sack in that comment section, and I've got to say, guys, I mean, I'm sorry you let another man affect your day this much, but the facts are the facts. There were over 12 outlets, over 12 articles out there covering this issue on the PS4. Now, there are places in the PS4 version of Fallout 4 where it drops down into the single-digit frame rate counters, and in my video I only gave you guys my condolences. I was saying, hey, this really sucks, I wouldn't wish this for anybody. And in the comment sections at release of that video, by the way, I was saying to some of my subscribers, I don't know how the X1 version is going to come out. There are no bad reports coming from the X1 side, but time will tell, stating that, hey, we don't know how the fuck the X1 version is going to come out. Now, it turns out the X1 version actually has the worst frame rate. By average, it's about 3 FPS, and there is a 0 FPS data streaming bug, where data is streaming from the hard drive to the GPU, and it actually causes a 0 FPS lockout for a split second. I've only noticed it when I was leaving the vault so far. Now, I'm only a few hours in. I don't know if I'll notice it more on later, but so far, it's really not all that bad. I am really enjoying the game. It's badass. It is what it is, guys. I'm sorry you didn't like that fucking video, but hey, a lot of people did, and a lot of people actually went and did their own research and saw, hey, the PS4 version is having troubles. While we don't know how the X1 version was coming out at the time, we knew at the time that the PS4 version was running in the single-digit frame rate counters. And on that note, the X1 actually excels over the PS4 version in combat. When there's a lot of enemies on screen and there's a lot of CPU-driven tasks, the X1 version actually holds a solid frame rate as opposed to the PS4's 3 or 4 FPS drop. But anyways, the X1 version is still the best. I'm sorry. It might need a patch to get that bug out and to get the FPS up 2 or 3 more frames, but ultimately it is the version with confirmed mods, and hey, that's a game changer right there. But sorry, that was a little rant about my last video. I wanted to talk about the Xbox One UI, new user experience versus the current PS4 UI. Now, we all know the PS4 UI is pretty quick. It doesn't do too much. It's not bloated like the X1 user interface. So it's pretty fast. It doesn't take too long unless you're on PSN. You're trying to load that crap. It takes a bit longer. But the X1 side, it's running 3 operating systems, the Xbox One, and because of that, it does a lot of stuff. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a big fan of the current Xbox One user interface. I love the color. I love how fast it's gotten over the past 2 years. It was a bit slower at launch. The only problem it's got now in its current form is it's not as consistent. Sometimes it seems like there's air bubbles in the fuel lines, but besides that, it's a great UI. It does a lot of things, snapping, multitasking, a lot of crap the PS4 can and never will do. And I went and checked out this speed comparison test, which I will have linked down in the description for you guys, and the Xbox One new user experience with Windows 10 is lightning fast. It went from taking, upwards to 17 seconds to do some things down to like 2 seconds, which is insane. It's also several seconds faster than the PS4 UI on average doing basic tasks. So I want you guys to check this video out. It still maintains all of its multitasking abilities with its 3 operating systems, and it's still this much faster than the PS4 UI. But, like I said, it's not that the PS4 UI is horrible or anything, but the X1 UI just does more. The Xbox just does more. That seems to be the recurring theme of this generation. X1 just does more. But I'm Dealer. Like, comment, share. I'm out.